In this lecture, we will discuss the topic continuity and differentiability of a complex function. Continuity of a complex function. A function f is said to be continuous at a point z0 if limit z tends to z0 f of z is equal to f of z0. That is, a function f is said to be continuous at the point z0 if this condition satisfied. That is, limit z tends to z0 f of z is equal to f of z. That means a function f is said to be continuous at a point z0 if three conditions satisfied. First condition is f of z0 exists or defined. That means the function is defined at the point z0. Okay, and the second condition is limit z tends to z0 f of z is exists. Second condition is this limit exists, and third condition is this limit is equal to the functional value f of z0. Okay, so simply we can say that limit z tends to z0 f of z is equal to f of z0, then f is said to be continuous at the point z0. So if f of z0 is not defined, that is, if f is not defined at the point z0, then we can say that f is not continuous, that is, f is discontinuous. Or this limit does not exist, then also we can say that the f is discontinuous at z0, that is, f is not continuous at z0. And if f of z0 is defined, that is, f is defined at the point z0 and this limit exists, but it is not equal to this, but this limit is not equal to f of z0, then we can say that, then also we can say that this is continuous, not continuous. F is not continuous at the point z0, right? This is the continuity of a complex function f at a point z0. Now a complex function f is said to be continuous in a region R of a complex plane if f is continuous at each point of the region R. That is, R എന്നുള്ള region ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ആ കോംപ്ലക്സ് പ്ലെയിനിലെ ഒരു റീജിയനിൽ എഫ് കണ്ടിന്യൂസ് ആണെന്ന് പറയണമെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ എഫ് ഷുഡ് ബി കണ്ടിന്യൂസ് അറ്റ് ഈച്ച് പോയിന്റ് ഓഫ് ദിസ് റീജിയൻ, റൈറ്റ്? ഫോർ എക്സാമ്പിൾ, every polynomial is continuous everywhere in the complex plane. We know the polynomial is a function f defined by f of z is equal to a0 plus a1z plus a2z square plus etc. plus an z power n, where an is not equal to 0, n is a non-negative integer, and the coefficients a0, a1, a2, etc. an are complex constants. So all the polynomial functions are continuous everywhere in the complex plane. Okay. Now the rational functions. We have the rational functions are functions of this form: f of z is equal to g of z divided by h of z, where g and h, g of z and h of z are polynomials. So these rational functions are continuous everywhere except at the points z such that h of z is not equal to 0. അതായത് ഡിനോമിനേറ്റർ 0 എന്ന പോയിന്റ്സിലല്ലാത്ത എല്ലാ പോയിന്റ്സിലും എന്തായിരിക്കും റാഷണൽ ഫങ്ഷൻസ് കണ്ടിന്യൂസ് ആയിരിക്കും. ഓക്കെ, now if two functions f and g are continuous at a point z0, then their sum f plus g is continuous at the point z0. The product f into g is continuous at the point z0, and f by g, the quotient f by g is also continuous at the point z0, provided g of z0 is not equal to 0. Okay, അപ്പോൾ എഫും ജിയും z0 എന്നുള്ള പോയിന്റ് കണ്ടിന്യൂസ് ആണെങ്കിൽ അതിന്റെ സം എന്തായിരിക്കും? കണ്ടിന്യൂസ് ആയിരിക്കും. f plus g of z is continuous at the point z0, and the product f g of z is continuous at the point z0, and the quotient f by g is also continuous at the point z0, provided g of z0 is not equal to 0. Okay, next we can define the derivative. Derivative of a complex function. Suppose the complex function f is defined in a neighborhood of a point z0 Suppose let it be z0, the point z0. Let f be defined in a neighborhood of z0. Then the derivative of f at the point z0 is denoted by f dash of z0 and is defined by f dash of z0 is equal to limit delta z tends to 0 f of z0 plus delta z minus f of z0 divided by delta z. നമ്മൾ റിയൽ കേസിൽ പറയുന്ന അതേപോലെ തന്നെ എഫ് എന്നുള്ളൊരു ഫംഗ്ഷൻ ഈ ഒരു z0 എന്നുള്ള പോയിന്റിലും അതിൻ്റെ ഒരു നൈബർഹുഡിൽ ഡിഫൈൻഡ് ആണെങ്കിൽ വി ക്യാൻ ഡിഫൈൻ the derivative of f at the point z0 as f dash of z0 is equal to limit delta z tends to 0 f of z0 plus delta z minus f of z0 divided by delta delta z provided this limit exists, provided this limit exists. Okay, അപ്പോൾ ഈ ലിമിറ്റ് എക്സിസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ we can say that f is said to be differentiable at the point z. If this limit exists, then the function f is said to be differentiable. F is said to be differentiable at the point z0. Okay, now the derivative of w equal to f of z is also denoted by dw divided by dz. Okay, derivative of the function w equal to f of z is denoted by f dash of z or dw divided by dz. Okay, now as in the real case, we have in the real case the differentiability implies continuity. നമ്മൾ already prove ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നു differentiability implies continuity. That is, if f is a differentiable function or differentiable, if f is differentiable at a point z0, then f is continuous at z0. അപ്പോൾ ഇത് നമ്മൾ റിയൽ കേസിൽ പറഞ്ഞ അതേപോലെ തന്നെ ഇവിടെയും തന്നെയാണ് differentiability implies continuity ആണ്. f ഒരു പോയിന്റിൽ ഡിഫറൻഷ്യബിൾ ആണെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് എന്ത് പറയാൻ പറ്റും, f is continuous at that point. Okay, so നമുക്ക് അത് പ്രൂവ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും ഡയറക്ട്ലി നമ്മൾ റിയൽ കേസിൽ പ്രൂവ് ചെയ്ത പോലെ തന്നെ you just prove it. Okay, now next rules of differentiation. Rules of differentiation. Okay, നമ്മൾ റിയൽ കേസിൽ പറയുന്ന പോലെ തന്നെയാണ് ഫസ്റ്റ് റൂൾ കോൺസ്റ്റന്റ് റൂൾ. Constant rule is d by dz of c is equal to 0, where c is a constant. C is a constant. Let c be a constant. F and g are continuous functions at a point z. Okay, sorry, differentiable functions at a point z. Then the constant rule is nothing but d by dz of c equals 0. Also we have d by dz of some c into f of z is equal to c into d by dz of f of z. Okay, that is c into f dash of z. Okay. Now next is sum rule. Sum rule is d by dz of f of z plus g of z is equal to d by dz of f of z plus d by dz of g of z, that is f dash of z plus g dash of z. This is sum rule. Next is product rule. We have the product rule in the real case. Okay, similarly we have the same rule here also. D by dx or d by dz of f of z into g of z, that is nothing but f of z into derivative of g of z, that is g dash of z plus g of z into derivative of f of z, which is f dash of z. Okay, also we have the quotient rule. Quotient rule, d by dz of f of z divided by g of z, which is equal to g of z into d by dz of f of z, that is f dash of z minus, that is in denominator into derivative of numerator minus numerator into derivative of denominator, that is f of z into g dash of z divided by g of z whole square. Okay. Also we have the chain rule, as in the case of real variables. We have the chain rule is d by dz of f of g of z. Chain rule is also called the function of function rule. So d by dz of f of g of z, right? This is nothing but d by dz of f dash of this into derivative of that is d by dz of f into derivative of g f, that is f dash of g of z into d by dz of g of z, that is g dash of z. Okay, now one more rule is power rule. We have the power rule d by dz of z power n, which is equal to n into z power n minus 1, where n is an integer. Okay, n is an integer. So these are the rules for the differentiation. Now we can do some problems, some big problems. First one, differentiate f of z is equal to 3z power 4 minus 5z cube plus 2z. Okay, so simply we can differentiate by using these rules. We have the sum rule. So f dash of z is nothing but f dash of z is equal to d by dz of 3z power 4 minus d by dz of 5z cube plus d by dz of 2z. This is nothing but this is by using sum rule, and using constant rule we have 3 into d by dz of z power 4. So z power derivative of z power 4 is by sum rule we have 4 into z power 3 minus 5 into d by dz of z cube is nothing but 3 into z square plus d by dz of 2z, that is 2 into derivative of z is 1. So this is equal to 12 z cube minus 15 into z square plus 2. Okay. One more question, differentiate f of z is equal to z square divided by 4z plus 1. So here the function is a quotient or rational function. So to differentiate this, we have to apply the quotient rule. So f dash of z is nothing but 4z plus 1 into d by dz of the numerator, that is z square, minus z square the numerator into z square into d by dz of 4z plus 1 all divided by the square of denominator, that is 4z plus 1 whole square. Okay, so this is nothing but 4z plus 1 into derivative of z square is 2z minus z square into derivative of 4z plus 1 is nothing but 4. So divide by 4z plus 1 whole square, that is 4z into 2z is 8z square plus 2 into z minus 4 into z square divided by 4z plus 1 whole square, that is 8z square minus 4z square is 4z square minus 2z, sorry, plus 2z divided by 4z plus 1 whole square. So this will be derivative. Okay, next question, using the definition of the derivative, differentiate f of z is equal to z square. We know the derivative of z square is nothing but 2z. So how to prove it by using the definition? Okay, so we have f of z is equal to z square. Therefore we by the definition we have f dash of z is equal to limit delta z tends to 0 f of z plus delta z minus f of z divided by delta z, right? So this is equal to limit delta z tends to 0, f of z plus delta z. F of z is equal to z square. So f of z plus delta z is nothing but z plus delta z whole square minus f of z is z square divided by delta z. Okay, so this is equal to limit delta z tends to 0. Expanding this, we get z square plus 2 into z into delta z plus delta z whole square minus z square divided by delta z. Okay, so subtracting z square or cancelling this, we get limit delta z tends to 0. The remaining is 2z delta z plus delta z whole square divided by delta z. So 2 into z delta z plus delta z whole square divided by delta z. Now we can cancel delta z from the numerator and denominator. So we will get limit delta z tends to 0. Here we have 2 into z plus delta z dividing delta z. So we have this. Now applying the limit is as delta z tends to 0. So as delta z tends to 0, this will become 2 into z plus 0, that is 2 into z. So this is f dash of z if f of z is equal to z square. Okay. Now you do this problem, f of z is equal to z cube. Find the derivative of this f of z is equal to z cube by using the definition. Okay, so answer will be 3z square. Okay, you just check it out. Next one, show that, next question is, show that the function f of z is equal to x plus I into 4y is nowhere differentiable. Nowhere differentiable. Okay. So we have to prove that this function f of z is equal to x plus I into 4y is nowhere differentiable. Now since z is equal to x plus iy, we have delta z is equal to delta x plus I into delta y. Okay. Now the derivative of f at the point z is nothing but, by the definition we have limit delta z tends to 0, f of z plus delta z minus f of z divided by delta z. Okay. Now this is, we have f of z is x plus I into 4y. So we have f of z plus delta z is nothing but limit delta z tends to 0. This is nothing but x plus delta x plus I into 4 into y plus delta y. Okay, x plus delta x plus I into 4 into y plus delta y. This is f of z plus delta z minus f of z is nothing but x plus I into 4y. Okay, so divided by delta z is nothing but delta x plus I into delta y. So here this is equal to limit delta z tends to 0 means delta z tends to 0 implies delta x tends to 0 and delta y tends to 0. So we can replace this by this delta x tends to 0, delta y tends to 0. So from this we have delta limit delta x tends to 0, delta y tends to 0, x minus x, and I into 4y minus I into 4y. So that's cancelled, and the remaining is a delta x plus I delta y into 4. I into 4 into delta, sorry, yeah, I into 4 into delta y divided by delta x plus I delta y. Okay, so this is term now I into 4 into delta y. So we have to find the limit of this function delta x as delta x tends to 0, delta y tends to 0. Now we can take different paths. First path 1 is delta z tends to 0 along the line parallel to x-axis. Parallel to x-axis. Parallel to x-axis means here delta y will be equal to 0. Parallel to x-axis means delta y equal to 0. So along that line we have f dash of z is nothing but limit delta x tends to 0 and delta y equal to 0. From this one implies f dash of z is equal to limit delta x tends to 0 and delta y equal to 0. So delta y equal to 0 implies we have delta x plus I into 4 into 0 divided by delta x plus I into 0. Right. So this is nothing but limit delta x tends to 0 delta x divided by delta x. So this is 1. Okay. That is limit delta x tends to 0 1 which is equal to 1. Okay, so this is along the path parallel to x-axis. Now path 2. Okay, taking path 2, delta z tends to 0 along the line parallel to y-axis. Okay, so we know that well along the line parallel to y-axis we have delta x equal to 0. So this limit will be equation number 1 can be written as f dash of z is equal to limit delta x tends to 0 and delta y equal to 0. Sorry, delta y tends to 0. Delta y tends to 0. Now applying delta x equals 0 here we get this is 0, this is 0. So 4 into I into delta y divided by I into delta y. So we can divide I into delta y. So this will be equal to limit delta y tends to 0 4. Okay, which is nothing but 4. So we will get different values for the limit or for f dash of z along different paths. Here we have the value is 1 and here the value is 4. So limit does not exist. That means the limit 1, therefore limit 1 does not exist. That means ഈ ലിമിറ്റ് എക്സിസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നില്ല എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഇത് ഡാഷ് ഓഫ് സെറ്റിനുള്ള ലിമിറ്റ് എക്സിസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നില്ല. സോ ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് എഫ് ഈസ് നോവർ ഡിഫറൻഷ്യബിൾ. ഓക്കെ, ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് എഫ് ഈസ് നോവർ differentiable. Okay,